ever had something happen to you that was negative, that was not your fault? Let's talk about how to control the power so you never feel like a victim ever again. Let's get into it. What's up, guys? Kevin Moeller here, coming to you from my RV camper van. My wife's Mercedes yesterday decided that it had a mechanical issue. So she's driving my car and I'm driving the van, which I love this thing because it's basically a mobile office. Maybe some point I'll give you a tour, but it's really cool. It's the size of a van and it's got a pop-up top with a queen-size bed upstairs. It's got another queen-size bed downstairs that comes out of the wall. It's got a dual liquid propane stove. It's got a stainless steel fridge that runs 24/7 on solar, so it's always cold, and a freezer. It's got a full bathroom and a shower, and it's the size of a van, so you can park it in any parking lot. Awesome. Had I known how awesome these were, I would have bought one many years ago. But that's not the point of today's talk. So the point of today's talk is controlling your power when circumstances don't go your way, in particular when it's not your fault or doesn't appear to be your fault. So the point we're making today is a mental model. It's a framework, if you will, on how we think about circumstances. In life, when things happen to us, especially when we feel like it's not significantly our fault, we have a choice to make on whether we're going to be a victim or whether we're going to take responsibility. And the easy road is the victim road, especially when the data suggests that you're right. When somebody does something to you that they shouldn't have done, and you know they should not have done it, and all the evidence supports that thesis, it's easy to say and feel like an absolute victim because in some reality, in fact, you actually are, right? You were a target of somebody else's behavior for whatever reason, whatever it is that they did. The problem with that, if you are a victim, anytime you are a victim, you are giving your power, you're handing it over to the thing that you claim as the villain. So if you think that you can't succeed because the economy is bad, you're playing victim. You're literally handing the economy, which you have no control over, all of your power to change your circumstances, versus you saying, I have the power, although it may be difficult for me to figure out where things are happening. Because here's what I can tell you. Money is not staying still. Money is always moving. It's always transferring hands. So it doesn't matter what the economy is doing. It does not matter because there's always an opportunity for you to improve your economy. That doesn't mean it's always going to be easy, but hey, this is adulthood. Welcome to Humanity 101. Life ain't always going to be easy. You're like, wow, what a motivational message. This is great. When things aren't my fault, quit acting like a little bee, a little villain, a little victim. Yeah, that's pretty much the message, is the fact that when you take responsibility, even when it's not your fault, you are retaining power because you do have the responsibility. You may say, well, I delegated this to somebody and they dropped the ball. Okay, so ask yourself, instead of being the victim here saying, oh, it's not my fault, it's their fault. Okay, well, that may be the circumstance, but where can you take responsibility? Where could you have provided more support? Where could you have had more insight? Where could you have monitored things to make sure they didn't go awry? Where could you have helped with the decisions? What resources or resourcefulness do you have that you could have supplied to the situation? How could you have impacted it to make it a better situation? That's taking responsibility. Responsibility is responsibility. It is the ability to respond. It's the ability to actually do something. And you have responsibility, so you got to take it and you've got to seize it. When you have ultimate responsibility, when something negative happens, you're like, hey, I could have done something better. And here's another leadership tip. When something great happens, where can you give credit away? Where can you give it away? Where can you make other people shine? You get more of what you recognize. So if things go great, who can you give credit to? Search for it like a heat-seeking missile. Look for who you can celebrate and who you can pat on the back for that victory. And when things go awry, take responsibility and say, man, what could I have done different? What could I have done different? What is the lesson here? You place a trade and all of a sudden market manipulation happens and you lose money. Instead of whining and complaining as a victim, you say, hey, let me take responsibility. What could I have done different? What do I need to learn about market manipulation that will help me next time to recognize what is going on, or potentially what can recognize what's going on? What different indicators could I be using? What different tools could I be using? Hey, let me ask other people how they deal with this situation. Let me take some screenshots and post it and ask other traders with more experience how they would have better navigated the situation. Could they have seen things that I didn't see? Can I level up my skills? Can I level up my game? See, it's not being a victim, it's taking responsibility, and that's where you learn. So hey, listen, hopefully you're enjoying this content. If you haven't already jumped into our Discord, I don't know what you're waiting on. It's a vibrant, awesome community, and there is a link somewhere below that you can click on and you can join. It's free. We would love to see you there. We'd love for you to contribute, love for you to add value, but also love for you to learn, ask questions. Everybody there is a very supportive community, and we look forward to having you as a part of it. God bless you, and we'll see you around. Bye for now.